The band is called the International Noise Conspiracy. I am the drummer. My name is Ludwig. This is Lars.
I play guitar.
Then there are two other guys who cannot be here right now. One is watching Murphy's Law right now, so he couldn't make it, I'm sorry to say. His name is Dennis, and he sings. And then there's another guy who plays bass, and his name is Inge. And we have 3 records out, and we're from Sweden, and we're a happy bunch of people.
I think with the last album, this is the first time that we actually we decided to have a more minimalist approach to it, just to have the basics and what we are. So there's not a lot of overdubs. There's not a lot of extra guitars. Not a lot of extra this and that. We just try to sound like we sound when we play these songs live, and I think it's the first time that we succeed in doing so. So that's probably the main difference.
We took more time to work with this album. Like, we worked a lot more with the songs, because we're always really restless in the songwriting process and the recording process. So we took some time to work through the songs a lot more, and also we've been a band for a while now, so we're all much better musicians. It was actually quite fast once we started recording. We did the live guitar, bass, and drums in 5 days. And then a few overdubs, and then we worked on the vocals for another month. So I don't know. We've always had there's always been a lot of bands touring Sweden, even since the '60s, like international bands. So there's always been a huge interest in music in Sweden, all different kinds of genres. And it's a small country, and it's either a lot of people are into sports or music, pretty much. And since it's such a small country and it has so many bands, it's like a big melting pot, kind of, Everyone knows everyone, and you take ideas from each other, and, I don't know why. It's just that I guess it's kind of dark and cold and depressing, so it's a good creative way to stay sane, to play music. It's great.
Yeah, it's good for them.
They've been around
good
for a long time.
I mean, it's crazy, but it's really cool, Yeah, no, it's cool. So we've toured and known those guys forever, so we always get happy when our friends do well, obviously. So it's really cool. One of the best was maybe 4 years now. We toured with Rocket from the Crypt. That was really good. That was a really great tour because they're a great band, but mainly because they're incredible people, and that always makes a tour the best, And that always makes a band even better if the people are really cool. That happened just now.
We're actually on Warner Brothers in America. So it already happened. Not to ruin your question, but...
What does it change?
No, it happened. Actually, it happened. The only reason it happened was because we wanted to do a record with Rick Rubin. And so he signed us to his label so we could produce it. And his label, American, is owned by Warner Brothers, so that's why we're on Warner Brothers.
I think musically it didn't change that much because his whole approach as a producer is that he sees a band that he loves, and he loves something about the band, and he wants to make that thing bigger. So what he did he was kind of a coach for us in a way, because he pushed us to play better and be better and just write better songs. And it was really great for us because we got a lot closer musically and even as people through this whole process. So he was really hands-on and always there and always really involved in every little aspect of a song and the recording process. So it was incredible. It was really good, and we're really happy with the results. Because as I said earlier, it's the first record I feel that we actually sound like we sound on record too. So he brought out that whole live aspect of our band even more on record. So it was really cool. Sure. It's basically principally the same thing. But I guess what we realized somewhere along the way too is that even if you're on a smaller label, the principles will still be the same because you're still working within the boundaries of capitalism. So I mean, we always felt that we wanted our music to be. I mean, we want a lot of people to hear our music and to be able to get that positive feeling that we get from playing it, and so we can sort of have that energy flowing, and so we can, I mean, just get the feeling going, possibly get a discussion going, just share our viewpoints. People can share their viewpoints back to us, and so we just said that okay, we're just gonna try and do this step by step. When we started out, we did everything ourselves. We did our own 7 inches with friends, booked on tours, and then we just gradually took it up. Because as long as we feel that we have control over it, I don't think it's a bad thing to try and just nudge it up a little bit all the time. So, but I mean, obviously, it's a little bit more scary being on a huge label like working with Warner Brothers, because, I mean, obviously, record labels they're in it for the money. They want to sell records, they want to make their money, and it seems kind of rare that, at least for the huge ones, that the love for music is there. We're lucky though to work with Rick Rubin, because he truly is a music fan, so that's really cool for us. And he had a lot of input into just the way we present ourselves. He likes that a lot, so it's I don't really feel like that will be a problem for us. Hopefully, we'll see. The idea of that is it's a great idea. It's a brilliant idea. There are some aspects that you can talk about when it comes to just the economics behind it, and how when you work with something, you sort of want to, you want to get rewarded for that. But for us, when we play music, we do it to play live, and we do it for the feeling, and we didn't really start this band to sell a lot of records, so we just want people to hear our music. And I feel that peer-to-peer is a really great idea of distributing music, and it could be used in the right way. It could be more accessible for a lot of people, which could be really cool.
Okay,